Yes, my Between the Liners, welcome back to the Between the Lines podcast. It's the latest episode of the Big Six breakdowns. You might have noticed the new thumbnails, been banging out the editing. As you can see, I've got some legendary guests with me today. It's family business. One cousin from my mum's side, one cousin from my dad's side. Let's go. It's going to be unbelievable. We're going to get into the Big Six results from this weekend. We're going to laugh at Chelsea like we usually do. We're going to laugh at Spurs like we usually do. Introducing my guests, starting off with my left-hand side. He came 1 hour late, runs in his family. You know, Saib the other day came late as well. What can I say about this guy? He's BTL Pod's failed wonder kid. Could have been Jack Grealish. Turned out like a Wobie. Naib, good to have you back.
Yes. Shout out to BTL and big up Adnan.
Say for that. To my right hand side, it's another failed wonder kid. Could have been like Mike Owen. Instead, he's coaching, he's training, he's involved in football communities and coaching as well. Big up my little cousin Nayim.
Come on. Yeah, thanks for having me on, man. Loving it.
Good to have you on the channel. You might have seen him on the channel already for the Royal Box Wembley vlog. Go check that out if you haven't already. We might as well call you Mr. Royal Box from now.
Come on, just try that.
That's actually a sick name, isn't it? I should have said that.
Mr. Royal Box.
Mr. Royal Box, come on. Anyway, we're going to crack on with the games. We're actually watching the Arsenal-Newcastle game right now. It's half-time. It's 1-0 to Arsenal at the moment. Naim, do you want to speak about the game for a bit?
To be fair, going St. James's
Park.
St. James's Park. Yeah, difficult crowd. It's going to be it's going to be really difficult to get anything. And Arsenal having the first goal, think that just really settles things. Need to see it out, basically. Disciplined performance, not like the 2-0s that we've dropped over the last couple of weeks.
What do you think about the first half? Been entertaining, isn't it? End to end. Both sides had chances.
Panicking in the middle. But that game's going to be won in the middle. So the second half is going to be really interesting because you got, I would say, Newcastle don't really have that secure DM. You know, Bruno Guimaraes is more of like a number 8. They all three
of them kind of float around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, that creates like some unpredictability because you don't know who's attacking. You don't know, as a defender, you don't know who you're tracking, or as a DM, you're not knowing who's coming into the box. But also that creates loads of spaces, and obviously you can see Odegaard got the goal. So yeah, hopefully just more of that, more spaces for like Odegaard, for Martinelli and Saka to come into the middle and put some more shots on Pope.
All right, Naib, sorry. I'm getting confused with the names myself, bro. Naib, what do you think for the second half?
I've only watched 10 minutes, and so far Arsenal look really good. I'm surprised. I thought Newcastle would dominate.
Both sides have look. I think it's been pretty even, to be honest. They've both been really good.
What about the first 20 minutes?
Newcastle were on it.
Newcastle on top. Okay, then, yeah.
Maybe first 15, I'd say Newcastle on it. Arsenal started getting to it a bit after that.
Yeah,
then I'd say it's pretty even.
First 10 minutes even, it was panicky. Like, we're losing balls in the midfield. Like, big challenges. Newcastle came out aggressive.
Yeah, 100%.
Joe Willock had that chance as well. Jacob Murphy hit the post like the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah, and I think they set it up really well. Like, they have Isak and Wilson. That's such a deadly combo.
Yeah, it's deadly.
Yeah, Isak's going to be sick.
Isak's a baller.
I think second half is going to be really important.
Yeah.
We'll see what Arteta does, because lately his in-game management hasn't been really...
Bit questionable.
Yeah, questionable.
There's going to be a goal in the first 10 minutes of the second half.
Since the Chelsea game, it's looked really good. Like.
All right, boys, let's crack on to the usual schedule. As you know from previous videos, we're going to start off with the team that's lowest out of the Big Six teams in the Premier League table. Taking it to the bottom half of the table again for the 6th week running. Chelsea, Frank Lampard has finally got a win. First win in 7 games. All right, let's give a round of applause for Chelsea, man.
No, but you know what? You said they're going to laugh at them, but they've hit that magic 40.
Finally,
they're staying up.
Finally got the magic 40 points. Big respect to Chelsea, man. I know it's been tough for you. You've been sitting on 39 points for about 6 weeks in a row. Did you guys watch the game?
Yeah, I watched
3-1 v Bournemouth, by the way, if I didn't say.
Yeah, I think Lampard, like, I don't get it. Finally decided to play
Badiashile. How is he not playing him?
The midfield was decent as well. I like the setup. And then Mudryk, like, it was a good lineup. So
I actually didn't watch 9 minutes. I saw highlights.
Yeah, I watched highlights. And it was like, they looked like really good. Especially the last 20 minutes.
Bournemouth had loads of chances.
They were in 4 minutes, but I feel like they were a bit complacent because they knew they were a bit safe. Yeah. They got like a couple more games to collect points from.
If I'm honest, watch parts of the game. Bournemouth should have had that penalty, and that would have changed the game completely.
That was bait penalty, innit?
100%, 100% that's a penalty.
Was that in the first half?
Yeah,
That's
I
what I'm
think
saying.
so,
Like, that's what I'm saying. Like this is where VAR comes into question because really and truly VAR should be clearing out those types of issues, and Chelsea would actually be in a proper relegation battle because if they had lost to Bournemouth and Bournemouth would have been on 42 and they'd have been on 39, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's
Bournemouth
crazy.
are coming out of the relegation.
And that says a lot. If you imagine like the relegation battle between, and they would have gone above them.
If they didn't win that, they would have been sitting on 14th.
Really,
right now.
that's mad, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
So your decision's gone against Bournemouth. I actually thought it was a penalty. Did you see Bournemouth's goal, by the way? That was a sick goal.
Sick goal.
Unbelievable
Sick
football.
goal. One of the best goals Bournemouth, probably Bournemouth's goal of the season.
Yeah, 100%. That was unbelievable.
Do you know what? I think one debate that's getting missed is if that was like a Leeds or a Southampton who had won the game, it would have been a much bigger debate. But because Chelsea aren't expected to be in the relegation battle, people are overlooking the fact that
the VAR.
The
VAR call,
Bournemouth
the
didn't get a penalty.
Yeah.
Because really and truly,
I'm actually not hearing anyone say anything about it.
Well, if Bournemouth had got that penalty, Chelsea lost that game. I'm sorry. Like,
I think it would have been 2-0 maybe.
It would have been 2-1. They would have been 2-1.
Yeah, it would have been losing 100%.
They would have had to see out the second half, and I think Bournemouth would have seen out the second half, to be fair. Like, no, people aren't bringing it up enough just because Chelsea aren't expected to be in that relegation battle.
Yeah.
But also, a lot of them are underperforming. But at the same time, look at Chelsea's bench compared to Bournemouth.
Yeah, 100%.
That's what changed the game. But Felix came on.
Yeah, scored a goal as well.
Scored a goal,
Yeah.
set up a couple chances. Who else came on?
I didn't see substitutions, to be honest.
But big up like Madueke and
Noni,
because
The young players coming through.
they're coming through. Like this is what.
Yeah, but it makes sense. They got chances now, and they're showing Lampard they could do it, innit?
What do you guys think has been the main cause of what's gone wrong? Or obviously you can't pick out
Bowley.
one thing.
Todd Bowley or
That's the
Ted
main
Bowley,
thing.
whatever his name is.
Yeah,
100%.
Man said Ted Bowley. Violent.
Whatever his name
Todd
is, man,
Bowley.
it's all him, 100%. Like, come on, like, coming in, you know nothing about football. You're appointing yourself as director of football, coming in from American baseball and whatever you come from.
Going into the change room
And
every
then
game.
going into the changing room, getting involved with players. Like, as a manager, and I'll say it like. As a professional, that's the last thing you want. You do not want your owners coming in and interfering in your relationships with your players. And I can see why Tuchel was just like, nah, forget this, man.
But Naim, obviously you've been a coach as well. Maybe I think you do some coaching now as well. Have you ever had any of like the people higher up than you come in and try to tell you what to do in change room?
Yeah, 100%. And they don't run.
Disrupts
like,
it probably.
I've quickly, swiftly exited from those situations because senior leadership should not be getting involved in the operational. There should be a clear difference between strategic and operational. Todd Bowley should be strictly strategic and he should only be implementing strategies that he knows. I'm not going to say that he's got a bad strategy in signing like top world-class young talent. That's not a bad strategy. But going and signing any player that's under the age of 23, just with any money, chucking silly money at things,
crazy
is
business,
not going to do you any justice. And look at your squad. Like, obviously have a clear out first. Arsenal have gone through a system over the last 5-6 years where we've every transfer window cleaned out the players that were causing the problems. Whether you agree with Ozil or Aubameyang or whatever, there was a strategic clear out, moving in a way that making space for those young players to come in and develop.
Yeah,
that's the way he's.
I fully agree. Like, and also it feels like they're rushing it, the process. Like I said, there was a process in Arsenal. Bowley's like fast tracking them. He's getting all the young talents with unlimited money. Like I like his passion, and like you see, like he wants to do well for the club. Like at the same time,
he probably thought spending 600 million this season. I'm going to guarantee top 4.
100%,
might even be a title challenge.
It's like fantasy football. Like it's not going to run like that, especially with like City around, Newcastle, United.
100%. He was playing Football Manager like before he made the signing. Like, he just went proper excited and just made all the big signings. And you got to come back to it. Like, the squad is too big. Like, how do you manage all of those characters? All of those players want
it's
game.
Too many. It's way
all
too
of
many
those players want game.
Yeah, 100%.
They're all world class players.
Something is going wrong in the dressing room, innit? 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
Like loads of players are complaining, definitely. And Naib, am I wrong in thinking that you're a Pochettino fan? You told me.
No, like I wanted him at United.
Okay, so like, what do you think about that? Is he the right man
I think
for Chelsea?
I like him for like, especially for young players. You see, like he's a good influence. His style of play is really good as well. Like the high possession, and
is he like big enough for that? You know PSG squad.
But Chelsea need that though.
Yeah,
right
but
now.
you know the PSG squad.
That's
like full of stars and stuff,
hard.
big
That's
big
a
money
hard job
signings.
anyways for
But
anyone.
big money signings, yeah?
Yeah.
Isn't that what he doesn't actually want? And now he's just gone into that again.
But Chelsea's not like that. It's
But
young.
his
He got
personality.
young,
True.
world-class players. Like,
True,
it's-
yeah. I
it
guess
could
so.
work.
There's not many senior figures that might try to run the dressing room.
The only one
really.
is there is like what Kante
Thiago
and Thiago
Silva,
Silva.
Kane, who are fine anyway. Like they're
Yeah.
not bad apples or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah. Naim, Pochettino, think he's the right guy?
I think he'll do a job.
Mm.
I think the question is Pochettino willing to take on the challenge? Because I think that the first priority is going to be the clear out. He's going to make sure that you've got the squad that you want. There's no limit on kind of any manager will do anything to have an unlimited budget, and I think Todd Bowley will give an unlimited budget. But in my honest opinion, and a lot of people won't agree with me, Graham Potter was a great manager. So I don't think.
Yeah, I think he's a good manager, but is a Chelsea job just too big for him too early, innit? But you'd be stupid not to take it. But was it too early
if
for him?
Graham Potter came in under Roman Abramovich,
yeah.
I think he
Different
would have done
story.
a good job.
I hear that. I
think if he
he'd
didn't
do a
come
better
in-
job than he did now.
Yeah, if he didn't come in at a transition,
Yeah.
like they had obviously financial implications and sanctioning and whatnot. Like he came in at a really bad time, and I don't think whether you would have got Carlo Ancelotti or whether you got Graham Potter, up or down, it doesn't matter. I don't think anyone would have done a good job there. It's just fatal.
I think you're right, to be honest. It'd be hard for any manager coming in right now. All right, we're going to take it on to the next team, and this team is a new entrant, second in the schedule today. They've dropped down a place. It's Tottenham Hotspur. They've gone to 6th position. They're now 6 points away from top 4, but they've already played 2 games in hand on Man United. They've beaten Crystal Palace 1-0 at Tottenham Hotspur White Hart Lane Stadium this weekend. Harry Kane scoring the 10th Premier League headed goal this season, the most headed goals in a Premier League season ever. He scored 100 home goals in the Premier League, 100 away goals in the Premier League. You boys know my bias on Harry Kane. Nayim, we were speaking about Harry Kane off camera. I'm going to give you the opportunity to say what you said then. You said Harry Kane's not world class.
Firstly, what do you think of Tottenham?
Shit.
There is a biasness where
Yeah.
I'm an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
But in my opinion,
I'm going to come to you in a sec on that, yeah?
in my opinion, I know this is a big debate and it's an unpopular opinion, but Harry Kane, just regardless of his numbers, doesn't fall into the conversation of top 5 players, top 5 strikers of the Premier League, best Premier League team of the season, team of the Premier League.
But he's about to be the top goal scorer in Premier League history, and he's done it at a quicker rate than every single other striker, every other single player in Premier League history.
Yeah, but come on, based on just like
And he's at Tottenham, bro.
Based on ability, you're not taking him over Thierry Henry, Drogba, Aguero, Suarez,
Naib.
Torres, Rooney, Van Nistelrooy.
I hear you. Like those names are sick. Like I think they are above him, but this guy he's just unbelievable, man.
In terms of professional football,
like,
and prolific football.
and he's done that at Tottenham. Like, you know how hard that is. Like this season, he's showing that he could carry a team. Like, the rest of the players could be rubbish. Imagine United had Kane right now. Like, it would be way above.
If
like,
United have Kane right now, surely we're challenging for a title.
definitely.
Yeah,
Surely.
yeah.
So how can he not be world class?
no.
Oh.
But if United,
You're saying that because he hasn't got titles.
If
under
United
him.
had any good number 9, like a top number, like Wayne Costa is not up.
Yeah, but any good number 9
You've
is
needed-
Harry Kane.
we had
There's no other good number 9.
United had Cavani. Like, I know what's his name.
Cavani was a top player just
they've-
at the end of his
yeah,
career.
they've all
Yeah,
come
but like,
down.
he was still decent.
Like, Cavani came in for United and changed games. Like, he changed the
Yeah.
whole dynamic of your attacking phase of play. Like, he was sick, but he just came in at the end of your career. There's been a problem at United where you've needed your like pivotal number 9 marquee.
That's going to be
signing
Kane
for a
as well.
long time.
It's going to be towards his end of his like late. How old is he now? 30 now?
29.
29.
in August.
So we probably have like good 4 years on with him.
But based on attributes, I just can't put him there. I can't put him in that conversation.
Attributes.
He's not winning. He's not the best goal scorer. Like, that's Haaland. Yeah,
No,
he's
no.
not the best.
He is one
is
of
a
the
good
best goal scorers. He's second in Premier League.
Haaland-
He scored 26 goals in that 31 games.
But then he's not the best centre forward in the Premier League right now.
But that's because Haaland's crazy. He scored 26 goals. In any other season, yeah, how everyone would be talking about Harry Kane right now saying he scored 26 goals in 32 games,
You
which is
have
nuts.
to be in a world class conversation, and the caliber of saying world class has to be a lot higher. It can't be just thrown around willy nilly.
Bro,
when you say
he
world
scored
class,
26 in 32 in the Premier
when
League.
you say world class, you have
That's
to be
not willy-nilly.
undoubtedly the best at that point in time. He's not the best striker in the Premier League at the moment because that's Haaland.
Right, but is he second?
He's not the
Is
best
he
striker
second
in the
then?
last 5 years.
Is he second in the Premier League right now? Striker.
Yes, of course.
Why do you have to think
Wait.
about that?
Oh wow! Wait. You probably
There's
feel like
no one else.
Yeah, go on, I'll
What, is
give
it
it-
Danny Welbeck? Like, who is it? There's no one else. Come on, bro. He's
Really?
world class. If you're the second, and this is only because his Haaland's doing ridiculously crazy, something we've never seen
Oh,
before.
so under your criteria, it's only Haaland in your name.
Yeah,
That
it's only
you
Haaland.
think that's world class, which is alright.
And he's
Yeah,
I could agree
I
with
would
that.
say Haaland's the
Haaland's
only.
he's
only
only
world
he's
class
elite,
number
bro.
9.
He's elite.
But right now,
Haaland's elite.
right now he hasn't won anything though.
Yeah.
So
he's not done more
with
than
your
Harry Kane.
criteria doesn't really make sense.
Harry
No,
They're
Kane-
but
in the same
I'm
boat.
not going based on the trophies because that's a completely different conversation. Kane's been involved for so long.
But what do you mean? Like he got the attributes.
He's got the attributes, man.
like he's
No, but
world
he's
class
not the
everywhere.
best at any attribute.
He's the
Thing
best.
is, we
He's
just
the best
the goal
false
yesterday
nine in
was
the
a head,
world.
isn't it?
Yeah, header.
Like that's
He's scored more headers than Haaland.
He's last season, everyone
For
talking about
Tottenham.
his passing range, his passing ability, outside the box shots. This season's been mainly in the box now, isn't it?
Yeah.
So like he could.
The fact,
You could
this
chat to
season he's not
Haaland
even
now,
been
yeah.
in the box, but he's still so sick. He's getting these amount of goals.
Exactly.
He's crazy. But anyway, all right.
Go
That's
let
proud.
he needs a summer move. I would say
Yeah.
United is a good move for him,
Yeah.
and let him finish the next. I would say he's got probably another 3 years at top level. Let him have a good 3 years, and I'm willing to change. Like, do you get it? I'm not dead set.
Yeah.
Harry Kane's not world class, but if you're right now, he doesn't win in any kind of debate for me. Like, he's got the numbers.
Crowd, you need to kill him for
But
that.
let's see. Like, I'm willing to change on that.
All right, crowd. He hasn't changed. Kane's 29, by the way. You haven't changed yet, but you're still gonna change, yeah?
I can change.
You should have. You should have already.
If he goes to like a United,
Yeah, and bags and proves himself.
and does sick, cool. Like I'm not gonna stand there and say, oh, he's not a top player.
Yeah.
One, I think he's a top player.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just saying he's not at the very elite level. He's not in any way gonna be goated anytime soon.
Yeah.
So
All right.
that's what I'm saying.
All right. That's all right. Should we pause? No, let's finish off Tottenham. Yeah. Just quickly to finish off Tottenham. What do you think about the future of Tottenham? Both of you, like, are they heading in the right direction? Are they probably dropping down? Are they staying the same place?
I think they're gonna go back to their usual 7th position, 8th position team, which is not bad because like that's actually decent like, for that.
Still shit though. They got a brand new.
Yeah, I know.
stadium,
They're
60,000.
the big 6,
Yeah.
finishing 6 and 7. But
Yeah.
like, it is what it is. Like, all the other teams are excelling. They're getting financially backed,
Yeah.
way better. Everything, and also what do you call it?
They just got no
we've got
structure,
Newcastle
man.
now,
Yeah.
and also potentially like Brighton and Aston Villa. So
They're pushing for all that same place.
Europe,
innit?
the Europa Conference
Yeah,
spot.
true.
So it's going to be quite difficult.
Well,
for
sad,
Tottenham.
innit?
Yeah,
Sad.
but we'll see what happens with Harry Kane. That's the vital.
With Carrick?
Kane, Harry Kane.
Harry Kane, right.
If they move him on
Yeah.
or they keep him for one more year,
They probably need one more fresh rebuild, innit? Sell Kane, sell Son, get some money in, start fresh. Get Nagelsmann in, young manager, build up something new.
Yeah, it is quite promising
Yeah.
at the same time. Like they get,
Yeah,
decent
like
they get a good
they've got the
manager,
structure to do
Yeah.
well, innit?
and their expectations not that high anyway. They're not going to challenge for Premier League.
Yeah.
They could, but I don't think so.
No, it's top four. It's got to
Yeah,
be
top
top four
four
of their
really,
aim,
anyway.
innit? Yeah. And maybe a trophy.
And which
hopefully.
they've been doing that anyways.
Yeah,
like
they've been doing that anyway. Top four and a trophy, that's what they're going to aim for. Naim, any quick words on Tottenham's future?
Tottenham
Or are you
got-
just enjoying this?
Tottenham got credit in the bank in terms of, I don't know how many years ago now, but they made a Champions League final.
Been ahead of you for 6 seasons in a row in the league?
Have they performed better than Arsenal? They've finished league positions better.
yeah, under Pochettino, yes, they have definitely.
Pochettino, yeah.
But that
They
was
got
the best
credit. They
Tottenham
got
we've
credit in
seen.
the bank where they got to a Champions League final.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's the
big,
peak. Yeah, that
big
was-
success for them.
Yeah. They
Big
got
sta-
top
big
four
stadium.
for every 5,
Yeah,
I think
they've been
6 years in a
consistent.
row.
They've been collecting
Yeah.
at least 70 points above, which is really, even United have been doing that.
Yeah, it's true.
So this, you have to give them credit
True,
for
yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's true.
But really and truly, other than if they don't get a big manager, which I'm not seeing any big managers coming for them, like the projects I think is way too big.
Yeah.
So I think start with a small manager. I don't see them being in the top 6 for the next year because I think the top 5 is really set, and then top 5 for the next season is really set. That 6th or 7th place is going to be really competitive. Look at Brighton. I think Brighton are so well run.
They're so sick. Brighton are so
Shout
sick,
out Paul
bro.
Barber. FA
Shout out
Council
Paul
member.
Barber. Big up Paul Barber.
But yeah, Brighton I think are so well run.
They're so good.
I think Brentford are on a real high at the moment. I don't know if that will sustain and stay long term.
Yeah.
So I think that 6th, 7th, 8th positions are going to be really competitive for coming seasons, especially the money that's going in. So I don't see Tottenham coming back. I think they need a big rebuild.
Yeah.
They've got the assets to do that with the stadium. You know, they can invest. Daniel Levy can invest.
Martinelli's just hit the bar. Isak hit the post a while back as well.
Listen, we need to stop this because
All right, we're going to stop this. We're going to get onto Liverpool in a sec. All right, we've just seen the Arsenal-Newcastle game, but before we get to that, we're going to get to a team that is next out of the big 6 teams, going in ascending order. It's Liverpool in 5th place. Liverpool, they've overtaken Spurs now. This weekend, they won... Was it 1-0? 1-0 against Brentford. I don't know if you guys saw the game.
I watched the first half.
I haven't seen the game. I didn't see the highlights. I heard Liverpool played well. Salah scored again. He's just like such a goal scorer, isn't it, Salah?
It was a poacher goal. Like,
Yeah. Oh, is it?
yeah,
I didn't see the
it
goal.
was just deflection. I think someone crossed it in and then he just had a tap in.
You know, wait, so can we stop for a sec?
Yeah.
I blame you for Liverpool's turning form.
Why?
You always gas up Trent. You gas up
Are we
Henderson.
talking about Trent right now?
You
Yeah.
gas up Trent, you gas up Henderson,
perfect.
you gas up Van Dijk. These guys are generational. Because of Naib, Liverpool won 6 games in a row. They're hot on the heels of United. They're what? 1 point behind United, but we've got 2 games in hand.
Obviously, the reason they're doing well right now is because of they've changed the system. They put Trent more higher up in midfield.
I knew he was going to mention that.
He's the inverted right back now.
Yeah.
So, but obviously, the issue lies with Liverpool now is they're still like a liability at the back because Trent is going forward. There's no one at the back now,
Yeah.
and Van Dijk is still very sus. Like he's very like
It's not been a great season.
yeah.
for him,
It's so weird. Like yesterday, Ivan Toney had him on ropes. He's like, there's no pace on him anymore.
Them Arab commentators are calling him Virgil van Maguire.
Yeah, I saw
Virgin,
that.
yeah, people just
Buzzing.
memeing him.
Yeah,
He's become a meme now this
Yeah,
season.
he's
Like,
actually
it's
become a
quite
meme.
sad, because I actually liked him during
What's
his
wrong with you, bro?
during his peak years. it was
Does this
actually
guy
sick.
support Man United? Get in the comments. Let us know. I think he
my
supports Arsenal, Liverpool. I swear that.
Van Dijk goes into top Premier League.
No,
He's not
doesn't.
like
Into the debate. He definitely goes
No,
into
he's
the debate.
He's debatable.
He's in the top 15.
Like Vidic and Ferdinand, probably the best.
Oh, that's too much.
partnership.
Top 10 is definitely
But
like top 10.
He goes into that. Like, would he do a good
In
job
his
there?
peak years is like top 5.
Yeah, but how can you? Like he's had 2 6 seasons. Yeah,
That's enough. Like I'm saying like
it's not enough.
really good.
Because all the other ones have done 10 seasons
Oh, but that
minimum.
Was a 98-point season though.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
90,
In this day and age,
won the
teams
league,
get more
92.
points. There's more of a discrepancy between the top and the middle compared to before. The teams, it's changed every season now.
Yeah.
All the higher teams get about 90 points. So I don't think that's... Oh, and he's had an unbelievable season. And he got player of the season twice. I know that. But he's only done it for 2 or 3 years max.
So you're saying
all
like,
the
we
other teams,
overrate him, innit?
if you think about... I'm not saying he's overrated.
No, you're saying we
he's a bit
overrate. No,
yeah,
no.
you don't
Yeah,
overrate him.
okay.
Like, he's had an unbelievable
Yeah,
peak.
I hear
innit?
that, okay,
but
yeah.
all the other players had peaks for 5-6 years minimum at the highest level.
No, I
Rio,
think he deserves
Vidic,
his
Terry.
flowers. He
Bruv,
deserves
he deserves his
his
flowers. He's got his flowers. Enough.
He's not underrated. He's not overrated. He's had a good couple of seasons. He's getting the slack for. Not
Can I also
performing
say,
this
yeah,
season.
at the age he's at now, all the other top centre backs were still sick now.
Yeah, I hear
he's
that.
had a quick fall off, but he's had 2 ACL injuries to be fair to him as well. And I've had those as
And
well. I know it's like
no player recovers from ACL. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter what you say. No
Facts.
player recovers fully
Facts.
from ACL, and that's straight fact.
yeah. But Liverpool, they won 1-0. Naim, I'm going to ask you, are they getting top 4? They've got Leicester, Villa, and Southampton next, but we've obviously got 2. Man United have got 2 games in hand.
I think they'll win their games.
By the way, we changed Naib's top in case of the green screen. So if you
Yeah.
saw any problems in the first half of the video, you know why.
Yeah, it's long. You might just see first half of the video on my phone head.
Yeah, Naim, Liverpool top 4.
Liverpool will win their games.
Mm.
Are they getting top 4? Probably not. I think their season's a write-off. I think their season's been write-off for a long time now. It's funny that you mentioned Salah because like Salah's top. Like, he's elite level player, yeah. But he was missing the first half of the season, and not enough people are bringing it back up because people are putting him back in their team of the seasons.
That's
Remember at the
crazy.
beginning of the season, he was completely missing. Everyone said they're missing Mane. They sold
Yeah,
the wrong
they was,
player.
yeah.
They should have sold Salah. They should have kept Mane. There was that meme. Liverpool without praying without Mane is like Liverpool. Salah is invalid. If you get it, you get it innit?
That's
Deep
jokes.
Islamic
That's
Yeah.
jokes. That's jokes.
It is what it is, isn't it? Like Salah was missing completely the first.
So you think they're not going to get top 4, yeah?
Nah, they won't get.
Thank you, man. I'm glad
I
you
think
said
I
that.
think the top 4 is set.
Yeah,
Honestly,
I
I
agree.
think the top 4 is set.
Thank you. I'm glad you said that.
It is set, but at the same time, it's still worrying. Like
This guy's jinxing it.
how United and like obviously Newcastle, we saw they lose today, but
Yeah.
they're still making it a competition. Like they should have wrapped this up like 2 games ago, United,
Mm.
and Liverpool could win all their games, and then you can still debate about if can they make it or not.
Yeah.
So we have to see this out the next 4 games.
I think we have to win 3 of our next 5 and get it's guaranteed.
Yeah, we need at least
whatever Liverpool do is guaranteed.
yeah minimum 9 points, which is
Yeah,
doable. Like
yeah.
we've got 5 games left.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I can see United dropping points in 2 of the games. Probably a draw, probably a loss somewhere. But I definitely see them winning 3 of them.
They guaranteed European competition, which is
On that theme, we might as well keep it on United. It's United v West Ham at 7 o'clock. We're not going to get that on camera for you, unfortunately. That reaction is not going to be on here. But just quickly, if you were to preview the game, West Ham versus Man United, West Ham at the London Stadium, what do you boys think about, or what score predictions? What do you think? Or how you think the game is going to go?
I think United will get a 2-0, 2-1 maybe. I think there's 2 goals in there. Probably a Bruno.
Yeah.
Probably a Rashford.
yeah,
I would
one a
say.
Rashford
Yeah.
goal.
I feel like you might be more confident than we are right now. Because away form's been bad.
It's worrying.
Ham
And
fighting for their
also,
life.
if that's for another
No, but I think
discussion.
West Ham are safe now.
I think they're
No,
are they
they've
4
got
points
like-
above. They're
they've
only
still
4
got
points
30
above.
points.
Look, they're on 34 and the relegation's
That's low.
30.
That's
yeah.
still low, you know.
Yeah, it's only 4
They
points.
still
Isn't
could
it?
get, they still could
There's
get
3
dropped.
games left, 4
So
games left.
this is a big game for West Ham right now.
I don't think they're safe.
So they want to win. So they'll probably give a good game to
Rice
United.
and all that is back.
They got the first team,
Yeah.
first 11. So it's gonna be a hard game for United.
West Ham missed Declan Rice so badly.
Yeah.
So I was at the
Yeah.
City game, City versus West Ham at the Etihad.
Go check out Naim's Insta for that.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they missed like. City walk through any team.
But West Ham did well though, still, right?
West Ham did well,
Yeah.
but it got to a point where it was just like, cool,
Yeah, yeah. They're taking over,
They're
yeah.
completely controlling, and that's where you're reading Declan Rice. So yeah, Declan Rice will change the game.
Sorry, did you say score prediction?
I want a 2-1 United. I want to win regardless. I don't care about the score, but I could see a draw though. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
It'd be a tough battle.
I'm thinking 1-1, but you know I would never predict that on the channel, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
you don't
United 2-1.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We want to win. Are they playing 5 at the back?
West Ham are
Yeah.
playing. I can tell you the team news. Oh, 1 second.
If that's the case, it is going to be another tough job. And we've got Weghorst starting at
We've got
5.
Weghorst starting as well.
So it's going to be a
Sancho's on the bench. Garnacho's back on the get bench
yes,
again.
Garnacho.
West Ham actually playing 4 at the back. Kera, Ogbono, Aguard and Cresswell.
Okay, then that's
Missing
that's
Kurt
promising.
Zuma.
Missing Zuma.
Oh, he got injured, isn't it? Yeah.
Kurt Zuma's a big miss for them.
But yeah, hopefully 1-1. and
Actually,
hopefully
I'm a bit more
2-1.
confident now. If they're
Yeah.
playing 4 at the back, bro, Rashford.
Kera
He's suspect, isn't he?
He's
Suspect.
I don't
And
think
then you have
Yeah.
Soucek and who's the other?
Rice.
Who's the right back? Johnson.
Kufa.
Guifa, they're trash, man. They trash.
All right, hopefully United win that one. You're not going to see our reaction on that one. Before we take on to Arsenal, because I know what Naim's eagerly waiting for, we're going to talk about Man City quickly. It was 2-1 versus Big Sam's Leeds United. Haaland missed about 6 sitters. It's boring to talk about City. We'll just keep it short. Gundogan, sensational.
100%.
Round the board,
Like,
yeah.
this is so crazy that he's going to be a free transfer this summer.
Yeah,
And
unbelievable.
I don't think he will sign for City again.
I think
it'll
he
be
might.
He wants to
It'll be
move on.
interesting to see what he does. Like, what's he thinking? Is
very
he going to stay in
interesting.
the Premier League?
Barcelona? I feel like he was
I
in there before, maybe? Or was that Bernardo? Maybe
That was Bernardo.
Yeah.
That will be a good end to his career. I think he's coming to that point. I can see Guardiola prioritizing the development of like possibly Calvin Phillips, just because of how much money they spent on him.
Yeah.
And obviously Rodri's world class. Rodri's staying in there.
Yeah.
Will
Definitely.
be their main kind of DM.
Definitely.
Potentially see them going in for Declan Rice. I don't know. Or the Jude Bellingham deal looks like it's going to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
McAllister, that's another shot. He's like
Oh,
a similar
I think he might be going
He's
to
not
Liverpool.
Gundogan level, but
Yeah.
he plays that deep lying.
Similar style of
Similar
play,
style.
But Gundogan's next level.
Bro, he's so special. Like, I don't think
People
there's
don't
no
even
one
talk
like
about him that much.
Only recently, I think when they won the Prem with him
Yeah.
in 2021.
When he was false 9, innit?
Yeah, and he was scoring bare goals.
Yeah.
He
was the
was-
top scorer.
That's when he started getting
He was
flowers.
Pep Guardiola.
I feel like I think he should.
is it?
I think he should sign another deal with City, like
Yeah.
extend his legacy at City,
I don't want him
potentially,
to, but I think he should.
He could be up there conversation with like the best Premier League players of all time. You know what I mean?
Who, Gundogan?
Like in that
I don't know
midfield,
about that.
like we have Scholesy.
You're so anti-United. You're comparing him to
No,
Scholes.
I'm saying he could be in the conversation. You know what I mean?
Nah, because I don't think
Bro,
he's
in
the
the
best.
He's
centre
like,
I
mid.
hate you, bro. I hate you.
He doesn't go into the best centre mid conversation for City.
Obviously, it's too early
Like,
now. It's
Yaya
only been like
Toure,
4 years. You
Fernandinho,
can't. Obviously, no,
all
I'm
that.
not saying he is there, but if he signs a new deal, then obviously he can.
Oh, right.
It makes sense. Like
I'm
2-3
clipping that
more
one
years.
up still.
No, don't do that.
But the impact that he's had on City is crazy, especially over Pep's reign.
he was Pep's first signing,
Pep's
and he
first
needed
signing.
it.
Yeah.
So that's mad. Like
Yeah,
for
true.
him to
Yeah.
come all the way through
And still play
if,
regularly as well.
If City win the treble, or win the Champions League this year, and that's going to be a massive moment, and I think that's such a career high to end on.
And he's been a crucial
If you
part of that
leave
as well.
City, you've come in as Pep's first signing, and you've gone through
Yeah.
the whole journey where arguably there's going to be Pep's best ever season as a manager.
Definitely, yeah.
And that's crazy.
Yeah, special player. Anyway, Man City are boring, and we're going to talk about the title race very shortly. We'll take it on to Arsenal versus Newcastle. We've just seen it. I think Jorginho's got man of the match. Arsenal 2, Newcastle 0. If I was to sum it up briefly, I'd say Newcastle had a strong first 15, 20 minutes. After that, I'd say Arsenal controlled the game. We'll come to you first, Naim. Happy with the performance?
Yeah,
Pleased with the boys?
Yeah. Away games, St James's
Yeah.
Park is always really difficult. So really happy with that. Game management was strong. Saw out the crowd, saw out the intense moments, and yeah, Jorginho, massive. Like I said it before the game. Jorginho should. I agree with Jorginho starting over Partey just because Partey's got those mistakes in the big games. Let's not bring it back to the Partey Casemiro debate. I was like keeping it very quiet, but I'm still like probably pro Casemiro. Partey had an amazing like season, but I think Arsenal all round had an amazing season. So Jorginho done sick job there.
Yeah, massive game from Jorginho. Naib, we'll ask you, were you surprised that Newcastle didn't put up more of a
The
fight?
only interesting thing I saw from this game is to see Newcastle in the front foot. Like, how would they handle these type of games?
Bigger teams next season, for
Exactly.
example.
When
But
they
they're
got Champions
expected to
League.
win.
Yeah,
Because they were expected to win today.
Yeah, true.
And Arsenal controlling, like, I think Arsenal played really well. This was a good performance from Arsenal all around. From the keeper, defensively, midfield battle, they won the midfield battle.
Yeah.
Bruno was a bit quiet. Joe Linton was playing deep for some reason. And
I think both teams have impressed me today. Newcastle played well, showed that it can fight at the top level, and Arsenal obviously one of the best teams in the league right now, and they've proven that they can play and compete. And Arsenal, to be honest, I didn't expect you to even win this game. I thought Newcastle might win 2-1, so to come away with it clean sheet as well. Rolled out the pressure and the intensity from the first 20 minutes. Kept the I ain't heard St James Park that quiet maybe all season. Like especially in like the last 60, 50 minutes of the game.
After both the goals, like, the crowd really.
So big credit to Arsenal. Had a massive season so far. Big up Arteta. I don't want to big him up too much, but big up Arteta. Done well as well. Naim, this is the crucial question.
I know it's coming.
Can you win the league still?
I think all Arsenal fans are sticking onto like that last bit of hope.
Yeah.
I just want to see Arsenal keep going. I want to see them win the last, 3 games? What is it, Brighton?
Should we check your result? Fixture, sorry. You've got Brighton.
Forest and Wolves.
Wolves, yeah. You're going to the Wolves game, aren't
I'm
you?
going to Brighton.
Yeah.
And
Brighton.
I'm going to the last 2 home games.
Okay, wicked.
that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, like, let's see. Because obviously,
Brighton's tough,
when I secured the tickets, they were worth like 10 grand because everyone thought Arsenal were going to win the league.
Demand,
People were offering me all kinds of crazy money, and I was like, no, I want to see Arsenal win the league. But it's going to be interesting. I think the minimum Arsenal can do is stick at it. The worst thing would be is if I think City will drop some points in one game. Whether they drop in 2 games is going to be difficult.
Going through your fixtures, do you think you can beat Brighton at home? Well, you think you can, but will you? It's tough.
No, Brighton are sick.
So sick.
Yeah,
innit?
Brighton are sick.
They're so sick.
We've lost to them already this season at home as well.
No, you won 4-2.
No, we won away. We lost to them in the FA Cup.
League
Oh,
Cup.
League Cup.
Okay.
League
I
Cup.
don't remember that.
And that's when Mitoma came through, innit?
Yeah.
Mitoma
His
was
first
on fire
games,
that game.
okay.
Brighton are so sick.
No, it's
Point?
tough
A
to
point?
call.
Yeah. It's tough to call.
I'm saying we can get 9 points from the next 9.
Yeah. I don't blame you for thinking that.
Yeah. And really and truly, we've got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
So playing with the no expectations is good as well.
So if we were to look at City's fixtures, they've got, forget Champions League for now, Everton, Chelsea, Brighton and Brentford. Expect them to beat Everton. Chelsea expect them to beat them at the Etihad. Brighton away. I think
Brighton decide the league, innit?
To be fair, even Brentford away on the last game of the season, that's tough. That's tough.
Brentford away is really difficult.
Tough place to go to.
They've beat
us.
Smash United.
They smashed. Why you got to say that?
Smash United.
Why is man repeating it as well?
They beat Liverpool.
Was it 4-0?
So they smashed Liverpool.
Yeah, beat Liverpool there, like convincing as well.
They can beat anyone on their day. I think they beat City at their Etihad.
They already beat City. Yeah,
they beat City at Etihad. They could do the double of City. That's mad.
But we'll see how it pans out because Brentford.
Do you know what? Chelsea can be a bogey game as well.
No.
If Chelsea have a bogey game, let it be against City.
Lampard's got his 1 win in 20 games. It's done.
Yeah.
We can wait another 20 games.
He done that with Bournemouth, so he lost that.
Yeah. All right, Naib, we'll come to you. Do you think Arsenal can win the league? They're 1 point behind City. 1 game played and ahead of City as well.
It's a big fat no.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, because I actually liked Arsenal. Like, it was.
I'll take it.
You love every team except United. What's wrong with this guy? Man said, I love Van Dijk, I love Trent, I love Arsenal, I love
What can I say?
Rodri.
I like. I didn't. You didn't even finish. I like the way they played in it. Like they played good football. The brand of football was like consistent throughout the season. Obviously, recently they dropped stinkers in it, but
Yeah.
besides that, City showed up in that Etihad game, and they showed why they're the true champions.
Yeah.
So it was obviously between that game. So I believe City are gonna win it.
Listen, let me say it, innit?
Yeah.
We haven't bottled it. That's what I'm saying, because this is a very successful season.
I think it's easier to say. It's easier to say you have.
This
Yeah?
is getting chucked around.
No, but can I say why you have? Let me play devil's advocate. Yeah.
Okay.
You've been top of the league for 90% of the season. That's actual fact. That's actual
293 days.
It was 93%. Yeah,
Bro,
I think it's
that's
dropped
a
down to
lot.
90% now. You were top of the league for 90% of the season. At one point, you were 8 points ahead. I think you had a game in hand at the time, though. But still, to be 8 points or even 5 points ahead and be 90% first of the league, it's probably a bottle job. But it's not because it's
a very successful season.
You're saying it's
And
not.
City, yeah,
You're saying it's
100%.
not because it's City.
Yeah,
That's
because
the only
it's-
reason why you can say it's
I
not.
think City are so good. We know that they do well in this business end of the season.
Yeah.
And I think the pressure was always on Arsenal, regardless. Even if there was at one point we could have gone 11 points clear. Even if we had gone 11 points clear, I think that it would have been really difficult because I think the expectation was Arsenal were going to bottle it.
Yeah.
So the fact that they stayed top of the league for 90% of the season is
It's a massive achievement still.
massive.
Yeah.
And you're forgetting that Arsenal as well, look at the squad, look at the age of the squad. All of these players have at least another 5-6 years prime level playing within them. Cool, we'll probably lose a one or two. But I can see the clear structure and I think we're gonna come back. So that's why I'm not too happy. If this was a situation where we'd probably got like our bigger signings, we've made some big signings and we've got players that are on the verge of, they're choosing, are they staying or are they going? If we were in that situation and we messed it up, then I'll be like, cool, like this is a big problem. But we don't have like Saka and whatnot trying to run down their contract. We've done the renewals. Yeah, players are staying, so we know we've got another 2.
You're in a good place right now, yeah.
So it's not a bad thing. We have been in previous situations where for example, Van Persie didn't win the league. We can't, with that season, we definitely bottled it.
Yeah.
Go, Van Persie left because he saw there's no clear way that we're going to be winning the league. If we're in that situation where we're going to lose like players like Saka or Martinelli or Saliba or Partey or
Odegaard as well.
Odegaard.
Yeah.
If we were on the verge of losing those types of players,
Yeah.
if we bottled the league, then I would say this has been an unsuccessful
Yeah.
season. You got to take everything into perspective.
Yeah, at the moment, I imagine a lot of those players will probably stay there for the next or for the foreseeable future at least. Naim, sorry, any final thoughts before we end the podcast as well? Shout out Naim, follow him up on the Insta, it's going to be here.
Yeah, bring me back after May 28th.
Say nothing.
Whether win or lose, I'll come back and give a full roundup of the season.
Wicked. Big up Naim, thanks for coming. Naib, any final thoughts?
Hope United win this game.
Yeah, the better football in his family as well.
The best football in the family.
Yeah.
And wrap up the top 4, man. I don't want to have debates with Liverpool fans.
Yeah.
Their name.
Well, even though this guy supports Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, except United.
I actually hate them so much, but they just play better football. Which is just the envy in me, innit?
All
I'm
right.
just jealous, but yeah, go on.
Big up both of you for coming. I'm your host, Adnan. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like if you haven't already. You already know the drill. This is the Between the Lines podcast. Big up all the new thumbnails and all that. See you on the next one. Peace out. Oh, by the way, big Spurs video coming out tomorrow. Spurs meltdown and Chelsea breakdown. We had about 45 minutes of content just laughing at Chelsea and Spurs. Go watch that one. See you on the next one. Peace out.
Between the lines.